Now that we've talked about what topspin is and the common mistakes that you're going to see out there about topspin, let's really dive into the progressions. The first progression we're going to go over, we're going to start really close to the net so that we can understand the feel of topspin on the racket and on the strings, because that is so important when you're hitting topspin. One of the things you can do that will aid you in this, and if you have this option, it's great. If you don't, you can also always use a regular ball. But this helps you to understand the idea and be able to see topspin is a foam ball or a red ball or an orange ball, any pressureless ball like Kevin was talking about. And you can really see the ball rotating in the air, so you can really hone in and focus on whether you're really creating that topspin on the ball, okay? Another thing we're gonna do to work on this is holding the throat of the racket. Okay, we're going to talk about swing path a little bit and understanding that, as Kevin was saying, you have to drop below the point of contact relative to the ball. So if the ball is here at waist level, I'm making sure that my racket head is below the ball. And as I said, it's not that much difference, but just a little bit below the ball. Okay, and when I'm coming up, my swing path is not straight through the ball, but I'm going through the ball as I'm brushing up. Kevin likes to call it like a cheese grater. Okay, so you're feeling the ball on the strings. I would recommend you starting down, even if your swing is a full swing, I would recommend holding the throat and starting down here as your first progression. You're gonna get really close to the net so that you have this obstacle in front of you. Okay, that is going to be key to understanding as you progress back that you're still thinking about this obstacle in front of you. What it creates is you getting that height on the ball so you can have that arc, as we talked about, as you keep going backwards. A lot of times when people are working on topspin, even though you go low to high, you might actually be going straight through the ball, and then you're not creating any arc on the ball, and the ball's flat and it does not have any topspin. It's very hard to do when you have this in front of you and you're really close to it. So get close to the net, drop your racket below the ball, holding it with the throat, drop, and come up on the ball. You want to do a couple shadows just to make sure that you're really focusing on the racket path. Then drop and get under the ball. As you can see, the ball is spinning. You're going to be able to know if you have good topspin on the ball. When you're thinking about where the ball is landing on that side of the court, if I'm standing really close to the net, I want to make sure that my ball is not landing way back there, but it's actually pretty far inside the service line. Okay, that shows that I'm getting topspin and that I'm not trying to kill the ball, and I'm really focusing on that arc and control of where it's landing on that side of the court. Okay, so now that you understand progression 1, we're going to work on the second progression of topspin.